This needs to go on. Good. We're not going to use the webcam's audio. So, yep, that's it. I need to go grab my phone so I can monitor this. It's latency. I don't know where my phone is. Okay, I need to order. Move to the top. There we go. And what else can I add here? I wonder how we get the capture up for the I can go. I know I had a chat up here. That's all there is to it. Find my phone. Let's try this first. There it is, I got it.
What do you stream in OBS or?
Yeah, OBS.
Okay.
Because it gave me a thing with my chat on it.
Yeah, under the YouTube, that's right there. See?
Yeah.
That was me.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So I can move this like over here and then select window, add window capture, and we'll call this chat. Okay, and we want this one, chat. Come on. Not Discord.
Can't actually see where you're going. It's too small. Probably because it has to run through the VPN too on my phone, so it's extra late, extra gay.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, I'll figure it out later.
There's about 20 seconds delay.
I know.
Well, I'm just letting you.
Thank you.
How could you possibly know that?
Because that's usually what it's at. Oh, okay. I see what I can do there. Browser URL. Twitch chat. Okay. Go away. Yeah, you're gonna see me screwing around with everything for a while here, so let's see here. It's Facebook chat now. Twitch chat worked right away. I don't even know how to get to my fucking channel. Let's go to my channel. Come on, go to my channel. My channel, please. Oh, god damn it. Feedback. So I can say pop out chat, I believe. There we go. Close that. Click, copy that. Move that over here. Get rid of that one. Masa. Okay, that's retarded looking, but there's gotta be a better way to do this. Oh. Okay, I guess I just had to like keep a chat window open over here. Also, I thought this camera was 1080p. What the fuck's going on here? It's like 4:3 for some reason. Yeah, it's not 1080p. Maybe it's 1080 and then it's in wide mode for some reason. That's the ProCam configure video. Ah, there we go. That did it. Now we got our 1080p video. Ooh. Bring this down a little bit too. Gotcha.
Hear my giant ass moving.
Oh, well, you can watch whatever you want in there.
No, I
Because
know.
I'm just scrolling around right now.
and I know that. You should see in the chat that I said it's only me watching.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah.
it should say 2 people because it counts on my phone and on the TV.
Right,
that
gotcha.
I was watching to see the difference, but they're both the same. 17.02 seconds latency. No frames dropped.
Yeah. Great.
On the back end, everything's running real tight. And just call my name if you need me.
Yeah, how to get this chat and all these other good things that I would love to have on my stream. That's going to take some time to figure out. But for right now, I can play video games on it, and that should be just fine. Chat overlay. And it's all Twitch chat. Using a browser source, yeah. Does not directly provide the facilities to show stream and chat. You can display chat overlays from third-party alert providers. Browser source. It's exactly a browser source. The dude's new, but I'll figure it out later. Crap. And you know, I put things on this table and they just keep disappearing. Okay, yeah, that's it. Looks like I got a lot of background noise, but that's okay. Probably because the AC's running. Okay, well I already got that, so I'm not worried about it. Why is this button not working? Why is it switched off? God damn you. Oh, stop it. Go away. Okay, what the fuck's going on here? That's the problem. There we go. Turn it off, turn it back on, that fixes it. Now we should be good. Yeah, it's only good when the buttons work. Maybe this time I won't die immediately. Oh yeah. That's more like it. So, let me see, what can we do right now? Let's go kill a Hydra. What level am I? Yeah, why not? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go back to the asylum because I gotta get some stuff taken care of there next. And I think did I kill this guy up? Yeah, I killed this guy up here. Still closed, still closed. Wonder if I can make it up to Sen's Fortress today. That'd be nice. So it's done. Oops. Good job. I don't even think I've even killed the, No, I haven't. I have not killed the Capper Demon yet. This is like right after Bell Tower Gargoyles. Got it. Got him. Grab the stream URL for him. Now we get to wait. Lift my chair up so you guys can see me properly. There we go. And this is how we go back to the asylum. All right. Come on, let's do it. One, two. Ooh, you got me. Three. Four. Now you don't want to walk in the middle of this floor here because it'll fall in, and then you got another boss fight down there. But I am way under leveled for that boss fight. So we're gonna rest here. I've not been back here yet, so we gotta take care of so when you first start in here, there's some pretty weak enemies hanging around, but now if you see that guy at the far end of that, he's like right above me here. You can kind of see that little white spot in the distance. That is a Black Knight. So I get to fight him next, which is gonna be fun. I call this one Hell in the Cell. Because you'll see in a moment. Come on. Right, we're gonna go in the cell here, and we're gonna fight in the cell. Come on, Hell in the Cell, let's do it. Got him. Round 3. Round 4. Oh! That could have been bad. Round 5. Round 4. Whew, that's a hard fight. Because it's really hard to see what you're doing. I could have probably parried him, but I'm not good at... I don't really trust myself parrying Black Knights. This is the next pain in the ass fight, and this guy is going to be a real pain. I want to get him out into this area here. But I really want his sword, his shield. Backstab. Ooh, I'm getting good today. Let's do this, baby. Let's go. See, he's got iframes. Die. They toughen everybody up here pretty good. Yeah, everybody here is a lot tougher than they normally are. They're about twice as powerful as they were when I first came here. This is where we would have fought the Asylum Demon initially, where you drop down and plunge attack him. grabbed that key earlier. I was sitting on top of the Firelink Shrine building. And we're going to go down here and grab this. That's an item that we can see from the very beginning of the game, too. Again, we're going to avoid the center of this room. There should be two guys in here. There he is. You can hear them. You can hear the guy underneath there just growling. So the shield I just picked up is a magical defense shield. It's a pretty strong and against magical attacks. Normally I'd use it against Moonlight Butterfly, but I've already killed Moonlight. Damn. I just swiped him. However, that iron ring that I got was the most important item to get here. I'm going to come back later on for the peculiar doll, but I don't need that until I get to Anne Orlando. And that's a much harder fight later on. The Grove. Let's get down here. Oh, I already got 25 faith. When did I get 25 faith? Hold on a minute. What? This is where the question comes, what do I really want to do with this character? That's why leveling up's always such a pain. Because going from intelligence, that's a lot to build up. But it might be really good to do that. Yeah, let's go with a faith and intelligence build. That'd be a really interesting one. Dex build. Not a bad idea. Because magic won't do anything for me right now. We're gonna go with dexterity for now. But our next step is we are going to go to the undead merchant. We're going to take the undead merchant route. Shoot. How am I going to do this? Yeah. We're going to go this way. Bullshit. Already took care of that Black Knight up there. Oh yes, we are definitely going to enter this covenant. Praise the sun. gesture's right. Raise some. So I could make for a herring race across the bridge and hope I don't get killed in the process, but we have a lot of stuff over there that we want to get. Fire.
There you are. Still keeping your marbles all together? Then go ahead, don't be a nitwit. Never hurts to splurge when your days are numbered.
There's a couple items only he sells, which like the buckler and shit like that I don't really care about. And the east-west shield, which I really don't care about. A spear, which I can get other places. Reinforced club, which I can't get anywhere else. I like to have options. Because I'm planning on killing him very soon. No, he has the Uji Katana really though. I'm not really too worried about it right now.
Thank you, kindly.
You get to live for a while. Alright. you come from? Opening up another shortcut down to the, yeah. But we're also going to fight Mr. Havel the Rock. And get this, and get a very, very nice ring. Hopefully. In fact, I'm going to heal up before I do this. Because Mr. Havel likes to hit hard. Could be a one-hit KO if he knocks me, if he hits me. Uh-oh. That was dumb. Yes! Phew! Oh boy. You know, my dumbass still hasn't set up my freaking attack yet. Let's go, dude. Don't walk off the side now. Okay, here we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Take me blue titanite chunk. something here. So odds are I'm going to be moving on to this soon. Halberd needs 16 strength. Yeah, Caperdemon's next. That can come out. I really don't know what I'm going to be doing now, but I can do this. Oh yeah, I said I wanted to like watch YouTube videos and comment on them, I guess, but I don't know. I'll just leave this up for like this for right now, just because I'm not really doing too much anything. Make some adjustments here. Yeah, it looks good. Let's see. Maybe what I could do is like go online, look at some videos and like save them for later. I said I was gonna make a pizza, so I guess I'm gonna go make some food and I'll be back on. That's weird. Oh, I see how it works. So I can be programming, writing my thing over here in studio mode, and this is actually what I'm seeing. So when I resize everything, neat. Oh, that's so cool. That's cool. That's nice. I like how I can do that. I should really move this over to here. Like I have another microphone that I used to use, but I got this really nice one now, and I'm thinking about setting it up on this pole. But that's going to be something for later. I'm going to go make some food. Okay. You know how to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the look.
Yeah, you can keep that around here.
I mean, there's somebody else in that chat.
Is there? I
Yeah.
didn't even notice. I didn't even realize anyone else was in there.
Yeah, somebody wanted to see me.
Oh. I didn't even know anybody else was in the chat.
It's gonna take practice, but you gotta keep eyes on, like, that's how you keep people staying and watching.
Right, I guess so.
Not what I'm telling you. That's the entire draw. Like, they might just want to watch it in the background, but they also want the interaction with the streamer, so
Yeah, well,
just have it on.
I don't really have anything to stream right now anyway.
I thought you were playing Dark
I
Souls.
was. I'm done.
Okay, well then. Give it a run.
What I need to do is I need to save a bunch of like video files and stuff, or like videos on YouTube, so I can like go back and talk about them and stuff like that.
You can't watch them at the same time,
Well, I don't know what to, because I'll be watching other people's
so
and just randomly going through videos. I think that'll work.
whatever you want to watch, make it, just operate on the fair use standard.
Gotcha.
Make it transformative.
As long as it's transformative, right? Yeah.
Plus,
Okay.
you know, it's like gonna be me, you, and like
Oh, okay, cool. We do have
whoever
people.
the other random person is that's watching. So it's not like you can steal views from whoever the fuck you're gonna watch. That's it. Just make your opinion known on whatever you're watching. It's not a big deal. You're not Hassan or Bosch. Like there's no,
No,
and there's no
of course
ethical
not.
dilemma with that. If that
Okay.
was your concern.
What do you mean? Ethical dilemma.
What if it wasn't like a stealing people's content
Oh.
thing? What did you mean?
Well, that's what I'm worried about. I don't
Okay,
want.
well you're
yeah.
not. You
Okay.
can't be.
Yeah, I guess not because when I'm streaming them.
No, because of it's a size thing.
Right.
First and second, it's whether or not you're giving your opinions on it. If you're transforming the original content by putting your own critiques
You're right.
or addition to it, and
Is there anything that's
I swear to
happening?
God,
Right?
if you break that chair.
Is there anything happening, like in the world right now that I could like do searches for and find something interesting on?
There's always something happening.
I know, but like what has been going on? I guess we've been watching it in your room. I should be just watching it with you and like taking notes down,
On what?
like just writing stuff down to see what like I'll search for this type of video later and do commentary on it.
Just like, how do you not know? Like you watch it with me all the time.
I know,
How do you
I
not know?
haven't-
Like pick any subject and there's something happening with it. Just fucking Google it.
Right. Okay.
Okay. I'll make the pizza for you.
Here, I'm gonna take this and pop this stream out so they have it. I'm gonna look for something to talk about, I guess. I don't know. Sure, why not? Oh, that's why I need to have headphones. Gotcha. Because this ain't gonna work otherwise. Oh shit! I just cut myself open. Damn it. All right. Here's the plan. I just cut my arm open, so. Plan is. I take these things out, which are way longer and bigger than they need to be. Actually, yeah, that's a perfect use for those. Okay. This way I can play back. Here we go. It takes a while for this thing to get discoverable. There we go. Come on. There it is. And we should be excellent on the JLabs. So, excellent. This looks like it's going to work great this way. So I can actually undo this. And now, since you can't really hear it, awesome. That works. So I can just go through my thing. I know I'm looking at, this is what on camera only is what I'm seeing right now. So I can transition. Nice. Okay. Let's see what we got here. So I saw that. How police make up the law. I saw that. We saw that earlier. Outer Skills analysis. Do Code of Osho. If anybody has any ideas here, I'd love to hear them because I'm trying to get into some of the political stuff too. Anything that's like trans stuff, anything like that, I would like to talk about. So if we have like any like, there's going to be, I should probably put up all kinds of like things for that, but anyway. It denies immigrants the right to practice law. Of course they would. I don't want to watch Fox News. Good God. What am I going to do here? Going down the armor. Yeah, here we go. Let's just get into it.
Team that found this is being celebrated for finding the oldest narrative scene ever depicted. This is the oldest story we have ever found. And the best part is it's carved in stone.
Why is he talking about this?
There we go. So this is kind of what I'm going to be trying to do is talk about whatever comes up, whatever's on my feed, just going through and seeing stuff and maybe just talk about these videos. So the Armored Skeptic thing, that's a rabbit hole that I let's start with a crazy one. So I used to watch Armored Skeptic a lot back in the day and kind of followed him for a very long time. I kind of went apolitical for a while, and I got out of politics, stopped really focusing on any of the atheist channels and stuff like that. And when I came back to it a couple of years later after transitioning and lots of other things, I found that, yeah, actual Drake, I do watch this stuff a lot, but the Armored Skeptic turned into pretty much the craziest person in the world. He says that this is all for like fun and games or whatever, but yeah, I've not seen this video yet, so we're just going to kind of follow along here. How long is this even? Okay. But yeah, let's just get right to it. Sure, why not?
Watched an Armored Skeptic video in ages.
I want to bring the mic a little bit closer.
Huh? Like
tier, or maybe put because it's yeah. Is that still okay for your
Yeah, I can do
viewing
this.
thing?
Yeah.
Because like just and turn the gain down a tiny bit. I think
Okay.
because I
So
was
is it loud?
it's
Oh, it's really loud now.
yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
That's why it said to move the
Let's
mic
see
in
here.
and
Test,
then
test, 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 test. Right there. Okay. Because it gives me 300 milliseconds for the broadcasting thing, so it's a little bit, yeah, I don't want to overblow my mic, and I don't want to overblow this
Cool, dude.
either.
Wow,
Right.
this is cringe.
I really don't.
Wow, that was. Oh boy.
okay.
Okay. If you want to come in here and hang out later.
Changed a bit. Okay.
Like the idea
Yeah.
of making videos
making the
bragging about
Okay,
how
I know.
Making the
smart I am. Okay, I like it, but I've never really done.
So he's definitely got some new graphics going on.
Yeah, that's a much better setup.
It sounds a lot better there. Okay. Because I have to see two monitors. I got my laptop over here, and then the actual monitor, and I'm watching stuff on here.
Before. In fact, I've never really done a proper follow-up to anything that I've covered in the past, besides some vlogs.
Of course,
on
I'm
my
gonna whack
Valley
this thing
channel.
with my hand
So I
every
got
like
really
5
excited
seconds.
about a recent archaeological
not.
discovery, a discovery that one could argue I basically predicted, and this has inspired me to explain how I even got to this point in my YouTube career in the first place.
You know what? I'm gonna make this a little bit easier. I should find the original video and go from there. Remember, you could tell the difference between that. Oh God, spirit science. I could go into that too. Yeah, I'm gonna just do it this way instead of doubling up on responding to a response. I'm just gonna go right to the source.
Boost the video.
Be a video game.
The video, yeah.
How much?
I don't know. Give it a test.
Just a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
because like Craig talking, Skeptic talking, I can barely hear him.
Oh, okay. I see.
I've been skirting around the edge of the film and music industries for most of my life. I almost got sucked in 3 or 4 times when I was younger. The last
Okay,
time
I
was
figured that was
MTV, and I turned those offers down every single time because every time the entertainment industry offered to open a door for me, it also promised to lock it shut behind me so I could never escape.
Well, that's a good thing. Yeah, take Armored Skeptic and put him in the mainstream media. Jeez. Just throw him in the room and lose the key and just keep telling him that he's actually like being broadcast to a lot of people because then he doesn't have to have it on his channel or he's watching it. I don't know. Armored Skeptic used to have a couple of good takes, but man, did it get bad in a hurry. But we're on just something random, just to try it out.
In the last few videos, I've been trying to
His last few videos, so yeah. If people watched Armored Skeptic back in the day, you know that like this is the kind of stuff that he debunked back in the day. And now he seems to be on the bandwagon for all this craziness.
explain to you that the Matrix is not a computer. The Matrix is not just some artificial intelligence that's trying to manipulate us. It's a network of people, like entertainers, who are being used to trick you into thinking that you're in love with your screen, or in love with a product, or in love with a piece of entertainment. But that's just one of the ways that they try to trick us into engaging with the Matrix. Celebrities are just the face of it. Singers, actors, dancers, comedians, writers. Some of the people that we love are trapped in celebrity hell. Growing up, I did.
Yeah, celebrity. Okay. I have really bad ADHD, so I gotta sort of like pay attention to what the fuck I'm doing.
Did not realize that my idol was Lucifer. Every one of my favorite characters from all of my favorite
Wait, your idol was Lucifer? Okay.
television
We'll
shows
roll
and
with that.
films were a reference to the fallen angel turned hero. The first was probably Wolverine. I was big into comics when I was a child. A Canadian
Not surprising.
smoker with trident hands who keeps dying and coming back to life, forgetting who he is and slowly remembering. And then after he was reborn as Weapon
That's Weapon X #1. I used to have that comic.
X, he turns around and destroys his creators. And then he runs off to rescue children from experiencing the same fate that he did, not once, not twice, but 3 times in the films. Ah, what a crazy idea for a character. Then there's Dragon Ball. They did it 3 times. With the original child Goku, he was a reference to the monkey
Okay, we're gonna go settings because I've seen people do this. 1.5.
king. He falls from heaven and bumps his head, giving him amnesia, forgetting that his mission was to take over the earth. He also turns around and destroys his creators, more or less, who come in the form of his own brother. And it turns out that despite his naivety and inability to fit in with humans, Goku is the most impressive person on the earth, achieving victory after victory against all odds. The same Lucifer archetype is revisited with Piccolo later, a green man whom is technically the evil half of God, called Kami in Japanese. Piccolo
This video is called Corporate Role Models, and I'm trying to, I guess these are the corporate role models that he's talking about in comic books and stuff like that, and movies. I kind of see where he's going with this.
separated from God, then fell to Earth as a villain. Then our hero Goku kills him in a fight, and then Piccolo is reborn as his own son.
Okay, I don't think this has any of his standard insanity yet.
Hatching from an egg with amnesia, wandering the earth trying to discover who he is. Eventually, all that again, but this heavily to children in their television shows, nor could they allude to the product's existence that were designed to protect children from corporate advertisers. See, corporations weren't allowed to just advertise their product directly to children in their television shows, nor could they allude to the product's existence. But the Transformers brand could run their ads for Transformers toys a half hour later during the G.I. Joe show, and G.I. Joe could run their ads a half hour earlier during Transformers.
Obviously. Wait, they weren't. There used to be actual laws against that? Because there ain't laws against it for that now. Holy crap. Like, they would just run those ads right during the thing. In fact, it would make more sense to run the ads during the actual cartoon. But that kind of makes sense that they tried to mitigate that somehow, but they leave a way for media to get around it every which way.
Part of the stipulation for creating entertainment for children is the show must contain a wholesome message and try to teach things to kids. But some shows, like G.I. Joe, were so bad at it, they would just decide to do a 2-minute segment at the end of the show, hammering in a blatant message over your head in the most blunt way possible, telling us to...
Yeah, so back in the 80s and early 90s, this is when I grew up. When I was watching cartoons, kids' cartoons was back in the 80s and very early 90s. Yes, at the end of, there's a lot of memes for things like the Sonic Says. At the end of the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons, they would have Sonic Says, and they would have like a little 2-minute blurb at the end of whatever, talking about, somebody's bad touch, or, somebody's trying to offer you drugs, or if, drugs and alcohol, I remember was in there. I remember, a lot of them were like really simple ones, like don't use a fork and knife inside of your toaster, things like that.
Brush our teeth, drink milk, study hard in school, eat your vegetables, f*** off. I wasn't stupid. I knew I was being talked down to. I knew that those shows were just saying things they had to say, even as a child. I understood that the entire thing was corporate spin, and the only reason that those wholesome messages were in the show was because they were legally obligated to say those things. G.I. Joe had
As they should be.
an obligation to fulfill. They didn't care if I ate carrots or not. Mr. T didn't give a f*** about milk. They had no choice but to say that shit. It all operated as part of the trick, part of the lie to get us to invest in these different toy lines or comic books. In this way, multiple generations of children now have developed their moral compass based on the teachings of corporate America. This is the America that Captain America represents. Corporate America. Corporate morality. I'm not going to pretend
Ooh, Armored Skeptic. Do I hear a little bit of I hear a little tinge of socialism there.
I was completely immune to it. I remember getting a lot of Ninja Turtles toys as a kid, and I did love that show and the films. But really, I was more into Hanna-Barbera, things like Scooby-Doo, those sorts of shows. I don't remember any of those programs talking down to me or advertising to me. They just...
Yeah, those shows didn't have any of those sort of things at the end of it because Hanna-Barbera wasn't directly advertising toys to you. They were advertising their shows. They really ran on the assumption that people were going to um, watch their shows because they like Hanna-Barbera stuff, and they had very popular cartoons through the 80s and 90s.
Piece is almost done.
Okay, thank you.
offered fun stories and a good time. But then one day, a new show would pop up that would change all of that for me. A new show that actually made me want to buy the goddamn toy. A show that gave me energy. Power Rangers.
So Power Rangers is a little bit after my time. I'm a little bit too old for Power Rangers, but I did watch a lot of it because I have a brother that's 4 years younger than me. And he watched Power Rangers and all those shows that I kind of like was a little bit too old for. Me, I was usually upstairs sitting on the computer or playing Nintendo or something like that.
Always felt like a guilty pleasure, right from day one. Not just because of the toys, but because the show was corny as hell. I had just turned 8 years old when the first episode aired, but I was struggling to catch it on television because they were airing the episodes right before school, like at 8 a.m. or something. And I found out about the show because all of the kids were showing up to class in the morning like they had taken crack or something. Everyone was all jazzed up, jumping around, play fighting, and they could not shut the hell up about how awesome Power Rangers was. Whatever the hell this show was, it changed everyone at my school overnight. And
again, see, I didn't see this in school because I was too old for it. Nobody in my school really talked about it like that.
I was so obsessed with learning everything about the show before I even saw it. About a week into this phenomenon, I remember harassing an entire table of kids in my 4th grade class to help me by describing the Megazord so I could draw it in my notebook like I was a police sketch artist investigating a fucking murder. That's how badly I wanted to see this Megazord with my own eyes. This was the effect that the show had on me before I even saw a single second of its content. That is how I was introduced to the modern era of children's entertainment. Power Rangers turned out to be one of the cheesiest television shows ever produced, with its heavy Japanese inspiration and wholesome stories about characters and their struggles at school, but for the first time ever, we were introduced to fast-paced action with rock music, guns, swords, robots, monsters, and superheroes all at once. And again, we were watching this show before school, so it was like the...
I do remember Power Rangers did still sort of like put its sort of at the end, like where they were on G.I. Joe or Transformers or Sonic the Hedgehog, they would put it at the very end of the show. Power Rangers kind of built it into just the show in general. Like they kind of had a bit of a message, like usually using like Vulcan's skull as examples of what not to do, and they would have that mixed in with their normal stuff, and then have the parts from the Sentai series built around that. But the actual like kids running around, or the kids in Angel Grove High or whatever, that's the mall, I guess it was, that they used to hang out in all the time, or the school that they hung out in all the time, high school. Yeah. These out of here because I don't really want to. These have some numbers on them. I'm going to have to download that software later. So the camera and or the microphone I got came with like Pro Tools software, which is really cool. I'm going to have to play around with that later.
Entire class was demon-possessed for the first few months, and it made the parents go crazy in the news. It's wild to remember back to when entertainment changed that drastically. Looking back, I only really got invested in the first couple of seasons, and to be more specific, I only really got hooked on the show because of a single mini-series that introduced Tommy, the Green Ranger, and the Master of the Dragon Zord. The Green Ranger started off evil, like Vegeta. He was created to be the right hand of a witch, the evil queen on the moon, commanding an undead army of clay dolls. Tommy was sent down to destroy the Power Rangers and take over the Earth, wielder of electricity.
Thank you, Lon.
You're welcome, baby. Yeah. Right?
Yes.
I mean, what else do we got?
Right now.
Here it is. Remember?
Yeah, I know. I do want to. I'm going to run a long one eventually around, or yeah, so I can get it to there. Might have to move this whole setup to that wall.
Yeah, when I set everything up yesterday, I just didn't feel like doing.
You don't have any of this? Huh?
I don't know, maybe save for one piece if you don't want to eat it, but like I'm not.
Okay.
I don't need it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, I got food.
And sound, using his musical dagger, he summons the Dragonzord from the deep to destroy cities. The evil Pied Piper. Despite the fact that the show was cheesy and wholesome on the surface, and the messages of each episode were meaningful, the showrunners were clearly not.
I'll try to eat off screen because I know that does bother some people. Actually, I mean, I could turn this into a mukbang. What do they call that? Mukbang or whatever. And just me eating a whole pizza by myself.
Sincere, because they treated their own cast like they were chattel, swapping them out anytime they made the slightest complaint about their working conditions and replacing them with just some generic teenager. As long as they could continue to sell the toys of the characters in their costumes, it didn't matter to them who was actually wearing the costume on the show. Most famously, David Yost, who played the Blue Ranger, and is probably the single biggest lover of the Power Rangers out of everyone on the entire planet. Well, he struggled to remain on the show for years, being forced into a remedial role, and then eventually being written off of the show entirely. They didn't
Yeah, they kind of did. I remember they did do him pretty dirty.
even let him record a goodbye message. They just put an image of his character up on a communication screen randomly one day, and then had someone else record shitty ADR saying Poochie has to go back to his home planet now. That's fucking insulting. As you can imagine, the remaining cast had no sense of security for their jobs. They were never treated as important. The cast was very clearly made to feel disposable, and this was easy for the showrunners to maintain because their cast always consisted of younger adults and kids who weren't established in the entertainment industry and hadn't developed any kind of name recognition. And on top of that, the
All right, Greg. So far, your video is pretty much on point. Maybe I usually wouldn't be in the position to defend somebody that's has some wacky thought patterns, but so far this video is pretty on point. Maybe I should find something different to rag on, but we'll get there.
The actors were expected to film upwards of 60 episodes per season. This show grinded their actors down to a fucking pulp to sell toys. In this new world of television heroes, Jason David Frank, Tommy the Green Ranger, was placed in the position of corporate role model for children. And he took up that role like a goddamned legend. To the bitter end, there were fans of the show, even guys my age, going to comic conventions to meet Tommy the Green Ranger. And this guy was so fucking incredible. He was so good with the fans. He was so charismatic and inspirational. When he interacted with everyone, he really was a role model. He really was the man that we all saw on TV as kids. But there was clearly always a disconnect between the reality of being an employee of the Power Rangers franchise, the face of a brand or a product, and the false platform of being a role model for children, a person that the fans can look up to.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm gonna find something better to fire shots off at. I'm going fire shots. Let me transition back over here. Premium. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Sage Alexis. Well, we got Hogwarts Legacy. Again, fully agree with that. I'm going to watch somebody where I'm just fully agreeing with them.
We'll talk a little bit
This
more in the
might be a
actual
good
segment, but
idea.
like I am seeing people lose fucking friends over this. I hate this. I really hate this. Unfortunately, we have to talk about the Wizard game. Wizard game.
So let's see
and
here.
its turf creator, J.K. Rowling. Okay, let's do this. So, if you have been on Twitter for the last week, you've probably been.
Nope. I don't go on Twitter. No, this isn't working right now. I need to really have like a bunch of stuff just up and ready to go. I don't know. I think this is going to take some more preparation on my part, and I'm eating anyway, so I'm gonna shut the stream down for now and pop back on later, rather than just leaving the thing running. So yeah, it's a pretty good test stream so far, but I want to actually have some stuff to cover, so we'll try this again later, probably later on today.